What's going on, everybody? Al here. Street Scents, talking old school fragrances, part 2, with my man Cedric. What's up, Cedric?
Back again, Al. Back again.
Back once again. I can't even, I lost track how many times you've been on Street Scents. How many times has it been?
Maybe 4 or 5.
4 or 5 times or more.
Or more.
The last video you were in was the Battle of Fragrances with the Aventus and the Lomani, AB Spirit Silver, and all that good stuff. You remember?
Right.
Obviously, remember that. That was a good battle. You chose Aventus. You chose Aventus because it stood out, right? It was
Stood out.
You know,
Definitely stood out.
quality was there.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely can smell the quality in that.
Check that video out if you have not. Battle of Fragrances with Cedric. We did Talking Old School Fragrances Part 1 way back when. It was a hit. A lot of people loved it. So many people commented, sent me messages to bring you back and do a Part 2. And here we are.
Here we are. Thank you.
Talking Old School Fragrances Part 2. All right, so I have a little list here.
All right.
5 fragrances. We're gonna talk, just give our little take on each fragrance.
Right.
And bring the old school back. You gotta pay homage to the old school, right? You gotta
Definitely.
pay homage, give them their respect, because these are the fragrances that paved the way
Exactly.
for us.
Those are the stepping stones.
Stepping stones. Fragrance head, just like myself.
Right.
If anybody doesn't know Cedric, if you're new to watching my channel or you're new to watching any of my videos, this guy has a great nose. Like 30 fragrances, you said?
Yes.
30
yes.
plus?
Yes. Hey, more now. Or add on 3 with you. Add on 3. add 3 to the 30.
All right. So the collection is growing. One day you're gonna come out here and say I have over 100. You might even be doing videos yourself.
Yeah, I might be doing videos soon.
All right. So let's get it started. Talking Old School Fragrances Part 2. The first fragrance I'm gonna mention is Polo Green.
Yes.
You remember that, the green bottle? I guess it's just called Polo.
Polo.
But I call it Polo Green
because of the green bottle. Right.
And that fragrance came out in 1978. 1978. Can you believe that?
Unbelievable.
Did you own Polo Green?
Yes, I did. I owned it in 1982, 83. Definitely in high school. Definitely, I had that fragrance.
And what can you say? What do you remember from that?
That was one of the best fragrances at that time. That was neck and neck with Dracar and all of the other ones, Lagerfeld and all that there. Definitely.
Got compliments?
Definitely.
I remember it was kind of like a little soapy.
Yes.
Like a pine kind of vibe to it.
It had a pine like soapy scent to it. Yes.
Maybe a little spice.
Little bit.
You could. That fragrance is still around. You can still get that fragrance. It's very, it's everywhere. It's just out there. I mean, you can definitely find it. It's not like it's like discontinued or anything, but it might be reformulated.
Right.
I think the original version was like a power, like it smacked you in the face. It was really strong.
Yes.
And they reformulated fragrance. It kind of like tones down a little bit. It's not as strong. Yeah, it's more mellow, maybe.
Yeah.
But it was a good fragrance, right?
Very good fragrance.
What would you give that 1 out of 10?
I would have gave that. Well, all right. Look, back then when you had it, it was definitely up there. It was a 9.
Okay.
If you had that right there, you had one of the top colognes back then. You definitely did.
Polo Green.
Yes.
Polo Sport, a little bonus. That was another one that came out later on.
Later on.
And that was a great fragrance.
Great fragrance.
The blue bottle.
The blue bottle, definitely. Yeah. That smells so good.
Polo Sport.
Yeah.
I got a lot of compliments with that too.
Very good.
I had Polo Green too. I mean, I definitely had it. I thought maybe I was young back then. It was a little bit more mature kind of.
Yeah.
But I still had it and I still rocked it and I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Number 2. Joop. Joop.
Yes.
Joop, the pink juice.
Yes, when it first came out, it was definitely, boom, in your face, top notch. Yeah.
That smacked you in the face, right? Strong as hell.
It was strong.
This came out in 1989.
Yeah.
1989.
Yeah.
And you own the bottle of that as well?
Definitely own the bottle of that. Definitely.
Very sweet opening. Very strong opening. Sweet and strong. Just like very loud.
Very loud.
But after like 15, 20 minutes, when it calmed down, the cinnamon came in and it was something. I mean, it still is. I mean, I own that fragrance now, and I love it.
Yes. It had like a cinnamon violet something type when it toned down, when you could smell the whole essence of it. It was good. It was very good.
And lasted forever.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? I still wear that today.
Yeah.
I still have it in the collection. I still once in a while wear it.
Yeah, that's one of my brother's favorites colognes.
Joop, yeah.
Definitely.
Joop. They say it's really pronounced Joop, but we say Joop.
Right.
And we'll stay with Joop.
Exactly. However you say it, we know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I call it Joop all these years. I'm going to continue to call it Joop.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 2, and Joop is just lasts forever. I mean,
yeah.
Before I move on to the next one, it lasts forever.
Yeah.
I mean, you put it on and you're gonna have that fragrance all day on you.
It definitely is a bang for your buck.
Yeah,
It lasts you.
and it's very inexpensive. You can buy it now for cheap. You can find it online cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people, before I go to number 3, some people say Joop, they can't stand it because the opening is just so strong.
It's loud.
But you gotta give it a little time. Let the beauty, the essence of the fragrance come out, and you'll see after a little time how nice that fragrance is. I mean, you know, I'm just letting everybody at home know that's what I take out of that fragrance.
Definitely.
Okay, so that was Joop. Moving on, number 3. Now we're gonna move on a little bit. Like we're gonna go a little bit further into time. 1995. We went from the 70s to the 80s. Now to 1995. This is from Jean-Paul Gaultier. You know what I'm gonna say? It's Le Male.
Yes.
The bottle's like a man's torso.
Like a man's torso.
Yeah.
Like a mannequin. Okay.
Okay, so what do you think about Le Male?
That was top notch. Again, when that came out, that was top notch. That had a definitely fresh, soapy. It had
lavender.
It was
vanilla. Like later on.
I wear that right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's. I have that too. That's in the collection, and I wear that too. When the weather's cool out, I reach for that when it's cooler out.
Yeah.
But I gotta give that a lot of props. That fragrance got me a ton of compliments. I wore that when I went to clubs. I went out. I put that on. Compliments galore.
Definitely a Hall of Fame cologne.
It really is. I really truly say that. I really enjoy Le Male to this day.
When that came out, that was so unique and smelled so good that was definitely a champion back then. And it was reigning number 1.
And even you're absolutely right. And even the bottle had that look to it. The torso. It was just like something different. Like whoa, you know.
So you know when you had the bottle, it was quality in your hand.
Yeah.
Alone by the bottle itself.
Just by the presentation.
Yeah.
And didn't even come in a box. It came in a tin.
A tin.
A round tin.
You, ding!
Yeah.
Take it right off.
And there's no cap. It had like a little a stopper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a little thing hanging, like a little circular ring hanging from it. So unique. I mean, you know, unique presentation and the juice inside, amazing.
Right. Amazing, right? Very nice.
You own that now, or?
No. You know what? I recently had it about a couple months ago. It's done with, but I don't have it anymore. But I had it. I had it for a while.
So you finished the bottle.
Yeah, I finished the bottle.
So you know you did your thing with it. You wore it.
Yeah, I went through a couple of bottles.
Would you a couple of bottles?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I would buy it again. Yes.
You would. Okay.
Yes.
Watch next video. Subject's gonna say. By the way, I purchased them all. Okay, that was number 3. Hall of Fame fragrance, Le Male. I mean, wow.
Definitely.
I love that juice.
Definitely.
I never get tired of that.
Definitely.
Number 4, another fragrance that got me a ton of compliments from 1996 from Liz Claiborne. This is Curve.
Yes.
Curve. What do you say about Curve?
Curve was definitely, when it came out, like I said, when those fragrances came out, as you know, time went on, you know, a lot of you know, people made different fragrances. Curve was definitely another top-notch one when it first arrived on the scene.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. I also had like a tin can, like a goldish can.
Yes.
Right, and even no cap as well. It had the little round stopper.
And the brown with the lettering on it itself was just very nice.
Curve.
Very nice.
So and you were like going out, you know, going clubbing, parties. You put that on, and it lasted a long time on my skin. Curve. Every time I wore it, I felt like it lasted all day.
It lasted all day.
You know, and it was kind of like fresh and kind of like spicy, right? It had like a little spice in there. Like a woody backdrop to it. It had a unique smell to it when it came out.
Once you put that on there and let it just absorb into your skin and come out and mellow out, it just takes on a lot of different smells. But it was, you know, it was very unique. It was very good. Very good.
I agree. Now, after 1996, a lot of fragrance companies, houses, they try to copy that smell. A lot of fragrances smell similar to Curve now these days.
Right.
Like some companies, they just put something out and you smell it. That smells like Curve. You know, it's one of those fragrances where you could compare Curve.
Right.
You know, so many fragrances I've smelled that smell like Curve.
Yeah, Curve came out. Also after that, Curve came out with a lot of different variations on it.
Curve Crush and a bunch of Curves.
Bunch of them.
Curve Wave and all these other ones. But to me, the original was the best.
The original is always the
best. Yeah.
Always.
So, you own Curve now?
No, I don't have it, but I have owned a couple of bottles of that also. I have. I went through a lot of cologne, man.
No, believe me, I know.
Yeah.
We talk off camera, and believe me, he's the real deal. He's not, no BS. A couple of bottles, I believe it.
Yeah.
So, number 4, Curve by Liz Claiborne. Number 5, we're gonna go back again to 1986. Calvin Klein's got to be on this list.
Okay.
CK Obsession.
Okay, now, CK Obsession.
I do Obsession in there.
That was a very unique. I'm gonna tell you this. Back when that came out, that was another one that was a top-notch one right there, and it had a very beautiful smell to it. Very nice, soapy, clean scent to it. Very
Classy.
clean. Very classy.
Very classy. Very.
Yes.
I thought it was classy. I thought it was like a little mature, kind of, right? Like an older kind of guy, older man scent. We were young when it came out, but we still had to wear it.
Exactly.
You know, being fragrance heads like we are, fragrance fanatics.
Especially when you're out and about and you're young, you can't get enough of it on your skin.
Yeah.
You can't get enough of it. So it was very nice. It was mellow. When it laid out on you, when it laid out on you, it was very nice. It was a very unique smell. Very unique.
Yeah, it had like a little powdery vibe to it too, right?
That's what I loved about it.
Yeah, it was kind of like powdery. Eternity was more like fresh and soapy.
Yeah.
This had like a soapy, but like a powdery kind of vibe. Went in a different angle than Eternity did.
Yeah.
And Eternity was another great fragrance.
Very good.
Yeah,
very
but
good.
Obsession, I thought was mature. It had like a little spice. It was fresh. It was powdery. Maybe like a vanilla in there.
Yeah.
And it was a little mature, but I had it. I had a couple of bottles as well. All these fragrances I owned.
Yeah.
I owned maybe a couple of bottles like yourself, and I went through them.
Yeah.
And Obsession was in there. I mean, it was definitely in there, and I have to give CK1 the credit because CK Calvin Klein the credit.
Right. Oh, well, you could say CK1 too. That was another one. When that came out,
that was groundbreaking because it was unisex.
It was unisex.
And it was like, oh my God, you know, a fragrance that men and women can wear.
Yes.
And I remember buying a bottle, and it was like a lemon, like a fresh lemon kind of scent, and I loved
citrusy,
it.
Yeah,
very citrusy.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, for men and women, and that was awesome.
Very good.
I really appreciated that.
Yeah, but Obsession was a very unique smell when it came out. Very unique. When these fragrances that came out, when they came out, they was unique.
Yes.
Of their own.
Yes.
You know, groundbreaking for them.
They're groundbreaking. They set the way because a lot of these fragrances get copied now.
Yeah.
Other houses will put out a fragrance and you can say that smells like Le Male, or that smells like Polo Green or Curve.
Right.
They set the way. They made the path.
They definitely had the footsteps to it. The footstones.
And
laid it.
I mean, and these 5 fragrances are amazing. I mean, we had bottles, we wore it, tons of compliments. I mean, a lot of great juice here.
A lot of great juice. A lot of great juice. And then, you know, back then, like I said, when you was younger, we was out and about, parties, here, there. You stop over your front house, you see the bottle, yo, let me get 2 squirts of that. If you already got some on, you still want to throw some more on. It's so funny, man.
Wow, that's bringing me back. That happened to me too, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I had Eternity on, we're going out. You know, it took me about a half hour to get to my friend's house. By the time I got there, he's getting ready. I see Eternity, you know what? I gotta throw some more on.
Let me throw some more on.
It's happened to me plenty of times.
Yeah. Memories.
So yeah, there you have it. 5 fragrances we spoke about. Classics, old school classics. And we'll do it again, hopefully, right? Part 3.
Part 3.
Any other fragrance you want to mention, like a bonus, or just want to leave it for part 3?
Let's leave it for part 3.
Okay.
Let's not give them everything all at once. We're gonna make you all appreciate the old school.
The old school, yeah. We gotta pay our respect to the old school. I feel like, you know, just talk of 2 guys talking about fragrances.
Yeah.
And these 5 fragrances, like I said, were amazing.
Very much amazing.
If there's any fragrances you guys want us to talk about in part 3, let's do like a little subscriber's choice kind of thing.
Right.
Comment down below. Name the fragrances. Name a fragrance or fragrances you want us to talk about in part 3, and we'll consider it, right?
Definitely.
So we'll get a list of fragrances hopefully down below in the comments, and I'll put together a list, and we'll stay in touch, and we'll make that happen. And I'll bring you back and to do a Street Scents video as well.
Right.
Besides old school fragrances, I would love to have you back on a regular episode of Street Scents. Sounds good?
No problem.
All right, Cedric will be back for Street Scents and talking old school fragrances part 3. Let's make it an ongoing thing, old school. Let's just keep it rolling, every couple of months to try to drop a video and, just have fun.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
All right, buddy. My man, Cedric, back on Street Scents, talking old school fragrances, part 2, part 3, hopefully in the next few months. Anything else you want to share with us?
Part 3, I'll share some more with you.
We'll see you guys later.